What time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, what time is it? Your show. Yeah, he's back from the dead. Your show. Putting it on the map, yeah. Saskatoon. Right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah. Your show. What time is it? Your show. Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah. Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, von Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, who wants a treat, yeah? Keep listening.
She's really trying to find a spot. Here she goes. Well done. Hello and welcome into the Thursday edition of your show. My name is Gary, and this show, still as far as we know, the only one going live 4 to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, originating out of Saskatoon on the internet. A very niche market, but again, in the wild, wild west that is the internet, if you're not doing something different, you're just like everyone else and you get lost in all the craziness. So be different is the moral of that story. And thank you to you for allowing this journey, this quest to bring back kindness and to remind people just to be nice to each other. Take a breather, you know. Treat others how you want to be treated. Those golden rules. That's what we're all about here. And so your support means everything, and we're truly grateful and thankful so much to you for allowing this movement to continue. We got Miss Rihanna in the house today. We don't have camera 3 going, so you can't really see her, but I promise you, she is here. How you holding up? You doing okay? All right, she's doing all right. Again, spills are not a big deal around here. At the old place, we get fired for spills. Here, we encourage it, just so you know. So may or may not have had a little mishap as we get really excited before the show, and that includes our puppy, who is very amped up for some reason. I think it's probably because Dawn is outside right now. Our neighbor is just, Maggie and Dawn are two of the bestest friends in the world. And she knows he's out there doing some gardening. So she likes to sit and watch him. And she's a little upset that she's inside right now. But we'll let you over. Don't wink at me. No, now you're acting like you weren't just freaking out for the last 10 minutes. This puppy. So beautiful. We also continue to thank you for this movement of just being nice, man. Doing good things. That's what this whole place has been built on, helping out good businesses, good people that are out there doing a lot of good. And we have a lot more of that for you today on this very show. But first, we'd like to continue to thank you with a camera that is, I don't know how she does this. Almost, oh, there it is. I knew it was going to happen. Like we had the perfect shot there, and then she wanted to throw a little fast one on us. So we're going to get a little action cam here. Oh, and there she comes back. There we go. All right, we're just going to throw to it and see where it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello yet again to the Maggie Cam. And this is a very active Maggie Cam. She is really fired up. Yeah, buddy, we see you. You're a little cutie pie, hey? Look at that. The old back shoulder turn. What, me? You talking about me right now? I'm just trying to sit here and look cute. Unbelievable. There, see, that's what we're waiting for. And now we're going to go over that way. It's okay, we got this. Oh, I should have vacuumed the floor again. It's been so, normally when she's into this time of year, her shedding is through the roof and this whole floor is just hair. But today, she's doing pretty good because there's no hair to shed. Thanks to our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. We even have a Morgan Freeman, not a Morgan, the Morgan Freeman. I know, baby. We'll let you out right away. You just got to bear with me here while we get this going. And Morgan Freeman's going to tell us a little bit more about our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. You're okay, buddy? Okay. You stay? Well, no, we don't want your butt, dude. Can you lay down? Can you lay down? Margaret? There you go. Good girl. Maggie, old Ben Kenobi, doing it again. That's pretty good. All right. Morgan Freeman, take it away, my friend.
Boy, oh boy, Gary, sounds like you sure have your hands full there with Marge today.
Yeah, we got it, bud. Here, get into it.
The Maggie Cam, proudly presented to you by our friends over at Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocer. Marge's boyfriend is their greeting dog there. He works the door. He has a bed right beside it, so you are greeted by him, and he walks you up to the till and says, "Say hi to my mom and dad." They just so happen to run the place. That would be Mike and or Rochelle, and they guide you through your shopping experience. Everything you need is there ready for you, including grooming services. Gary mentioned it earlier. They now have grooming services at Pet Planet on 8th Street. You can give them a call and get booked in, and then you won't have to worry about all the shedding that will be going on, which is always a good thing, even though she's facing the wrong way, Rink. But you can see that it's a beautiful, beautiful coat that is normally falling all over the place. Just $60 for the blowout and a stump trim and a free toy at the end. Incredible, incredible experience. Get signed up and get your grooming done there. They also have the best in-house puppy spa in the universe right there in store. The most affordable and ready to go. They have fridges at the back full of the raw foods if you are looking to get your dog into that raw food diet. All the dry foods as well are lined along the left wall when you walk in. They have treats strewn throughout the store. They are on sale every Thursday. As I look at my watch, it does say it is Thursday today. So stop by and get your treats on sale. Bones are on sale on Tuesday. They have jerseys strewn throughout the store, so you can make sure your puppy is cheering for your favorite team as the playoffs continue in a lot of sports. They also have, again, 2 full toy walls so you can walk your puppy right up to, and they can pick the toys. It's a beautiful, beautiful system. It appears I've lost the dog. There she is. Come on back, girl. We are almost done.
It's tough to do when she's roaming like this. This is crazy.
Most importantly, Pet Planet on 8th Street is owned and operated by local Saskatoonians. We are talking people like you and I. That's why this is a mom and pop shop and not a big corporation. As the big corporations take over all the mom and pop shops, this one stands tall. As they truly care. You know they care because they stay open after hours and on weekends, because they understand how hard life is right now. They get it. And we love to support people that get it. So the time is now for you to make that change. Boy, oh boy, does she ever hit her spot at the end here. Be sure to stop by, pick up some treats on sale today on your way home after work, because again, they stay open for you because they understand. Thank you to Chris and Kirsten for that. It's time to make the change. It is time to head on over to Pet Planet on 8th Street. They are your pet's natural grocery.
Woo! She always calms down right at the end, eh? That's what you do, Marge. You ready to go outside now? I'll let you go outside. We have to introduce the first tape first, okay? Boy, oh boy, as she gets up. Okay. We have so many people to catch up with today. It was an incredible afternoon of talking to a lot of really, really great friends. And we're going to kick things off, not with our normal starter. I was trying to think of the word. Yeah, starter for our Thursday party, as CTV's Matt Young working very, very hard with all the flood coverage going on right now. So he will be back next week. We will miss him oh so much. But you see the paint can right there. Hit that QR code up, all right? And we are going to talk to our friend and the reason why you are seeing that banner right now. Let's take it away, Miss Rihanna.
Let's just videotape ourselves drinking coffee.
And blowing bubbles. And
Yeah.
exploding on our faces.
Give me another piece of gum. I can get some big bubbles going.
What's the biggest bubble you've ever blown?
I don't know. I mean, probably like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Impressive.
Depends on the gum.
That's true. It
Yeah.
all depends on the gum. This is how we open. That's a perfect opening.
Well, we
Professional bubble blower. Right here. Also, general manager of Next Level Painting. Her name is Carly. Always love when you stop by. We always learn more and more about our good friend here, as she's really good at blowing bubbles, to the point where she said, I can blow those big ones. Like, brrr.
we're only having this conversation because I blew in and it popped all over my face a couple
then she
minutes
said-
earlier. So,
It was
Yeah.
very funny.
so professional might be a little bit.
Hey,
A little bit generous.
What's the term? Budding professional, wanting to be.
Sure.
What's this? Oh, Bubba Forrest Gump. Why are you putting Bubba up? Oh, because you're impersonating.
Oh.
LB's in the house today, doing his thing. That's very fun, as you could tell. Having a good time here.
Yeah.
So when you stop by, we learn a lot about the trades business and all the other good stuff that goes along with that. You specialize in painting, but you also associate with all the contractors around here
Yes.
as everyone comes together. You had something you want to touch on for today. Why don't you walk us through it?
Yeah, I think I was chatting with you. We've had these conversations before about how things aren't built the same way as
Oh.
they used to be.
Many times. That's me being the old man on the front lawn shaking my fist. You kids, you'll never know how good you had it. Sorry.
No, that's fine.
For me.
That's why. So one of the things we do in our business is we can paint cabinets in your kitchen. Ooh. And the reason we do that versus someone getting new cabinets cost is obviously a lot, usually at least half the price, if not less, of doing an entire kitchen reno. But you think about those old oak cabinets or maple cabinets that look, have that wood look, and they're built. I grew
up in a house full of those.
But they're built really well, right? Yeah. They're really sturdy.
I got smashed into those a lot.
We go.
We had the big ones. We open like this, and then we had the cereal in there. I go to open, my brother just boom right in the back, bang.
There you go.
Wear and tear, man.
So if you haven't smashed too many kids into them, and they are still in good condition,
very well said.
You can paint them with proper paint, and you can basically take it to a modern look, but you don't need to exchange your well-built kitchen cabinets for IKEA kitchen cabinets. And no, not knocking IKEA, but obviously things are not built the same when they're built.
I'll knock it. It's impossible to build. What the heck are we even doing? Like maybe some words with the instructions would be nice. I don't know. Call me crazy.
IKEA is great for a lot of things, and if that's what you want, that's great. But if you have well-built cabinets already, you can make them look modern instead of having to rip them down and put in something that is not built as well.
So when we talk about making them look modern, are we talking colors, or is this more of just like a sheen, if you will, or one of those things that you just sort of put over and keep that oaky look?
We can stain. It's a little bit more finicky. It does take more time. So if you wanted the wood look, that is possible. But most times what people do is we will paint with a color. And the typical color is a white or an off-white. Yeah. Or some people will do, on the lower cabinets, they'll do a color like a green or a blue or some sort of a color pop on the island. You have unlimited color options, but what we do is we'll prime it and we'll put 2 coats of specific cabinet paint on it so it holds up to your hand oils touching it, yes. Grease in the kitchen, you can wipe it, all that fun stuff.
Heads getting smashed into them.
Yeah, I mean, there's no paint that deflects against that, but...
Not yet.
Not yet.
Invent one. Some super paint that just indestructible. Do they have indestructible paint?
No.
Not yet, eh?
Nah.
No flying cars, no indestructible paint.
I know.
Is this even the future, bro?
I don't know. We've just got to learn not to smash heads into walls.
Well, that's not going to happen. So. If you have any siblings, that's what happens. But
that's true.
I digress.
But yeah, so, and then the profile is still there if there is a profile. But
what's profile mean?
Like style. So if you have a door and it's got
like the ridges in it and all that, like a nice routed pattern.
Exactly. Yeah, we can't change the style, but caulking in those gaps and painting, you'd be surprised at how different the kitchen can look and how more modern it can look. And we have lots of before and afters on our social media or website. So yeah, don't take my word for it. Go check it out. So
when you say modern, what is modern nowadays?
I would say, now we're getting into typical colors, but I'd say currently right now modern is white, clean, uncluttered looking. There's a big thing online. I don't know. It's like, our generation of people grew up with parents who had like every knickknack and whatever stacked in the house. So
absolutely.
So now, the millennials want homes that just have nothing on countertops, right? But no, modern, just more modern style, modern colors. Okay. Wood look is not necessarily going out. There are cases where people do put wood cabinets in, but the oak wood and the maple wood are not the wood look that is still in. So,
yeah, just like with fashion and everything else, I'm never in. So it's nice to have someone who knows what is in, and it's even better when you're a professional in that said in business. I don't know how many more times I can say in.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is if you want to update the home and you don't want to cost yourself an arm and a leg. I don't know typical cabinet costs, but I know friends of ours got new custom cabinets and they did the install themselves. So this is not including labor. And they paid $30,000. And that would be without labor. Now,
that's a do-it-yourself right there. $30,000. Yes. Come on, man.
Our larger, we have pricing listed on our website. our large kitchen cabinets, which would be a large kitchen, multiple bathrooms, that's in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. And I would say majority of our kitchen cabinets actually sit in that on the high end around that $7,000 down to $5,000 range. So you think of that price to update your kitchen.
That's a big
versus $30,000 without labor
and the time, right? And the time.
and the time. Yeah, we're done in 7 days.
Yeah. See, as I get older, and as I'm sure as you get older as well, time is more important than money. Eventually, you realize that. It's like you could do something and make $20, or you could do something with your life and make a memory forever type of thing. And so time, to me, and I'm assuming a lot of people that are older that have lived a lot of life, it becomes very valuable.
For sure. I think that may be something we can talk about at a different time because we've
Look at us. We're creating new segments.
Time versus money is huge, and we've had that a lot where of course you can paint yourself. I'm not disputing that. Yeah. But, you probably don't paint every day. You probably don't have all the supplies. You might need to make about 3 or 4 trips to Home Depot because you realize you've forgotten something.
Too much. And the rage that comes with it. Oh, you'll have to end up doing all new cabinets anyway because you punch a hole through all of them.
Well, just in regards to any painting, but yes, we do spray the doors. So again, you would want a sprayer. But really, I mean, what we've done with other people is if you have a job where you can pick up overtime or an extra shift, why not spend the time you would spend painting, working at your job that you're good at, that you know what you're doing, making money,
this makes sense,
and have someone else paint and do those stuff that you haven't done a lot of and have it be finished in the same amount of time that you just go to work and make extra money.
Dude, thank you. Thank you for always coming in and making us all feel smarter when it comes to all this stuff because it's always good to up your level of intelligence. And I feel like you do that every time you come in here. So
well, thanks.
Appreciate it so much. Carly from Next Level Painting, always giving us a couple minutes. Really appreciate you, dude. Thank you so much. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Gary.
Such a big fan. Thank you again to Carly from Next Level Painting as we continue here on the Thursday edition of your show. I want to talk real quick. Uncle Mike, you see it right here. Damn 20 promo code still going on. I went for a massage for my friend Rihanna. Shout out to Rihanna. Best in the biz, man. So good at what she does. My neighbor Don just told me as I was walking in and out of the studio here, he said, how was the massage? I said, fantastic. Said, you look better. You look like, and I'm like, I know. That's what she does. I always call it Shugi Body, S-U-G-I Body massage. Hit her up. You can find her. So good when it comes to massage. And the reason I'm talking about it is because she's a couple doors down from Uncle Mike's place, just off of Quebec Avenue up there in the north end. So bunch more great businesses for you to support. And you can do it guilt-free, knowing it's good people doing good things, just like our friends over at Next Level Painting. As we continue here, this Friday, getting really excited. As we have, well, I guess it was last Friday, twitch.tv/Dufferin Ave. That's where you find us. We were on there Monday and Tuesday doing the Paper Mario with Venom, as Brando is still trying to put himself together from Vegas, the MagicCon in Vegas. And this past Friday, we tried the best Vern's Light pizza we've had to date, the Inferno Chicken Pizza. A brand new pizza brought to you by our friends over at, look out for the graphic. Oh, I was early. Oh, I dodged it, though. That looked pretty cool. Maybe not. Vern's Pizza. Best in the biz at what they do. They got that $8.95 stuffed cheesy bread still going on and so much more. But when it comes to these new items, that's what they do on these Friday night pizza parties. We get to show off all these incredible things that they have on the menu that you normally wouldn't get to try. And remember the name, Inferno Chicken Pizza. It blew Phantom's mind. It blew my mind. It's a Vern's Light pizza, so it's not the original thick. And it's not hot. Like, it's spicy, but it's flavor spicy. It's not burn your mouth off hot. It's so good. I'm drooling as I talk about it again. So I'll be sure to order one up. I believe they should be on the menu now. If not, I believe you can ask for an Inferno Chicken Pizza, and they'll probably hook you up. Again, that's because we love our friends. They care so much over at Vern's Pizza. So much fun with the graphics. So tomorrow night around 7:30, I believe we'll be back on the stream, and we'll have something new to show off to you. So looking forward to that. As we continue here on the Thursday edition of your show, we've been getting into a steady flow when it comes to our Telemiracle family. As I've been really wanting to make sure we keep riding that momentum that we gained from breaking the record at Telemiracle 50, $10.5 million raised in this province. And I'm always trying as hard as we can here to showcase all the people that made that happen. Last week we had Kyle and Leah, the producers, in here, along with our buddies from the Backstage Lounge, Shaylin and Justine. And we also talked to our buddy Sabine before. And then we also had a roundtable with Matt Donlevy, Miles Morrison, and Clayton Croker in here. And today we got to have another gathering of beautiful souls, I like to call it. Whenever we get together, it gets emotional because that's what goes down with all of this stuff when you realize what has happened and the impact you have and what we continue to do. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into this one, another Backstage Lounge segment here on your show. Let's play it, Mr. Rihanna. The Thursday edition of your show rolling on, and this is a very, very special one because not only do we have 3 people who have been on here before, but we are now looking at 3 people on here at the same time. You can see them on your screen. Up top, our buddy Sabine, who was on before with just the 2 of us. Down below, that is Shaylin and Justine, and they are my Backstage Lounge homies for life. Again, this is a Telemiracle cast Backstage Lounge party show segment, whatever you want to call it. So much love, so much heart right here, and I can feel it through the screen. So thank you to both. Okay, no need to apologize. As you can tell, I screwed up there. That is all my bad, not Miss Rihanna. It was a Zoom pre-tape, and there's a special section. And I did not tell Miss Rihanna that it was a Zoom pre-tape. So then it ends up looking all crazy because you got double layers going on. So once I realized it, I ran in there. I said, Miss Rihanna, this is all my fault. So you don't apologize for nothing. That's on me. I should have let you know. And the reason I'm telling you this now is because as I'm talking to you, she is putting it into the Zoom pre-tape so it will look proper. And is it reset and ready to go? Now we're going to do it for real. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of a Backstage Lounge Telemiracle segment. The Thursday edition of your show rolling on, and this is a very, very special one because not only do we have 3 people who have been on here before, but we are now looking at 3 people on here at the same time. You can see them on your screen. Up top, our buddy Sabine, who was on before with just the 2 of us. Down below, that is Shaylin and Justine, and they are my Backstage Lounge homies for life. Again, this is a Telemiracle cast Backstage Lounge party show segment, whatever you want to call it. So much love, so much heart right here, and I can feel it through the screen. So thank you to both of you for giving us some time. It means the world for us over here. Sabine, I'm going to start with you because you always bring it when it comes to compliment tennis. Thank you for being here. How are you doing, young lady?
I'm good. I'm really good. I'm so excited to see all of your beautiful faces. I miss the girls. They were always like, it just, you feel like family. I think we've talked about this numerous times when you're together for so long, and I'm just happy to be here. Good. It's May and we're heading into summer now, so it's kind of nice to not have to see snow every day.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Absolutely. And I think that goes double, dare I say triple, for you 2 jabronis down there, as snow never works well for any chair, even if it's the $50,000 rim still spinning unit that you're packing over there. So you must be pretty happy that that snow has disappeared as well. Hey, guys?
Yeah, I am thrilled to be getting outside more. Justine's probably thrilled to not be pushing me through the snow anymore. Yeah, it's good to be seeing the sun again and getting to get out more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Justine, I'm going to start with you as you were going through a little bit of a mouse issue, I believe, in your new place there. Can we get any sort of update? Was there actually a mouse, or were your 2 beautiful kitties just working hard to make sure that you weren't so scared?
I have not actually seen it with my eyes yet, but just the way that they were reacting, I feel like it had to be. And the way that my heating is in my apartment, it's like the pipe that goes along the floor into the wall.
Yeah.
So I have to do some things. But last night I kind of did a big deep clean because I'm terrified of mice.
Yeah.
And I know my cat will not kill it because one time we had a mouse in our house together when we were living together, and he just played with it, like would not even take it outside or anything. So I'm a little bit scared for them to find one, but I haven't actually seen it yet.
Okay.
It's like an empath cat. Doesn't want to cause harm and just wants friends.
He's too gentle. Yeah.
And that's your fault for raising a wuss. I did the same thing with my buddy Brutus the Barber Beefcake. out at my old place, we had so many mice in our garage that he would just play with them. Like he'd pick them up and run around and show them off, and they'd still be like, feet going, tail spinning. And I felt so bad for the poor mice that I would like run over and just barehand them and throw them out the garage and say, run, get away from here. And they just went right back in, and it's like, oh, it's hard out there. It's hard out there with all these living beings. So especially when you're people like us. And that's sort of why we are here today, because we have all bonded in a very special way. And we talk about the telemerical magic and how, it never truly goes away. Last week when we had Kyle and Aaliyah in here, it just came storming back. And then, I've been texting with the boys. Apparently on May 18th, the three of them, Matt and Miles and Clayton, are going to come back in here. We're going to do another segment. Still waiting on Jojo. Jojo's doing his tour. Hey, he's out there.
Busy.
He is crushing it. Yeah, so he's doing his thing. So I told him, when you're done with all of that, get in here so we can keep it going. He's like, of course, brother, I love you so much. Like, just the feeling that you get when you hear from people like Jojo, it's so powerful. Like, it could literally turn a day around, and he doesn't even try. It's such a beautiful thing. I think that goes for pretty much everyone involved with this. And now I've talked to all three of you guys a bunch. I'm sure you guys got a bunch that you want to talk about to each other, because this is sort of a nice catch up for you. But I just want to start out by saying that I really appreciate it when we get to come together like this, because it's more and more feeling like when you leave the house, you don't find people like us as often who are just really out there trying to do good. And it just amplifies it so much when you are around it. So I just wanted to thank you guys for all of that. Shaylin, I want to start with you here, as we're going to go back into Telemiracle and all the coolness that, I still can't believe this happened. Like, from this place here, being like literally a media network for a year and 10 months, and then to be thrown in to 22 hours straight of live TV, and to have us do it without a hitch. Like, LB's here right now. He's got everything set up for us. And like I quoted him last time, and I just want to say this for Sabine's sake as well, because it's so true. As far as the big stage goes, I have no sort of idea or say with any of that. That's sort of where Sabine can come in. But the backstage times, we spent the entire time waiting for something to go wrong, anything to go wrong. LB spent months preparing to make sure he could troubleshoot anything. And we went 22 hours straight without a hitch. And I complimented you before, and you as well, Justine, because you were taking care of Ashtray without the S, and Maggie, and Shay, and I, and you were doing all of your stuff. But all the work that went into that, it was so incredible to be able to be in a pocket like that, like as someone who's done a lot of this stuff, to have that comfortableness of knowing that all I had to do is look at you. You want this one? Yeah, I'll bring it in. Okay, boom. Then we laugh, talk, okay, throw it, boom. And then it's just back to normal. Like, every single thing we did was so streamlined. And like, I wanted to ask you, I thought about this last week. I wanted to ask you, now that we got you here, like, how many of these types of things have you done now in your sort of media career? Because you've been out there talking, you do the public speaking. Like, how many reps have you got to get this good? Because you can't just sit down with people like that and have it be instantly perfect. You know what I mean? Like, it was really magical what was going on. And I just wanted to know, like, your background. Give me a little bit about how you got so damn good at this, girl.
Well, a lot of it started when I started having to share my story publicly with the news, because I was fundraising for treatment. And so Justine was studying PR. She was totally my like PR person behind the scenes and taking me to every appointment and everything. But I started like sharing my story with the news more, and then it was like podcasts from there. And then I started doing public speaking, and yeah, it really came from like a place of having to like advocate for my life at one point, and then kind of developing those skills and realizing it was something I enjoyed doing. And then, yeah, I studied criminal justice, so I have a degree in criminal justice. Like, it was not what I planned on doing.
Time out. Hold on a second. You just throw that in there like that's nothing? You studied criminal justice, like a lawyer?
So, like, not a lawyer. Like, so it's a degree in criminal justice. It's like good for pre-law, so I was going to go into law, but I also worked as a probation officer for a few summers. And so, yeah, I could have done a lot of different kind of jobs within the justice system, but as someone who was navigating broken systems, working in a broken system was just too much for me. And so, yeah, it kind of just pivoted and like
with treatment.
with treatment, now that I'm like feeling good again, now I'm starting to plan for the future and being like, oh, okay, maybe this is like what I do want to do with my life. So yeah, it's been very new and recent, like the last like 5 years that I've slowly started doing it. And Telemiracle is my first like live TV experience.
I was going to say, normally you're the one being interviewed. So it is kind of new for her to be the one interviewing, but that's also maybe why you're so good at it.
Yeah.
And your parents are great talkers with people too. Like that part is natural. But yeah, that is interesting. Telemiracle is kind of the first time that you're really being an interviewer.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was 100% the first time.
And that's the whole thing, I guess, is basically comes down to either you got it or you don't. And boy, oh boy, did you ever have it. So, and this is no slight to anyone else, but Justine, you are a very big part of her having that. And it's so crazy when we look at it, because you really are one person. And at the same time, I know it's just so everyone knows at home, this is going to be a lot of compliments being, dodged. Like that's what we all do here. We're all people who don't really enjoy all the compliments. So it's going to be a lot of that. But you, like, and just for that one weekend, I could tell all of the things that you do, and you do it with your heart. That's the beauty. But like, I didn't ask you to take Maggie out. Hey, you want me to take Maggie out? I'm going to go run outside real quick. Doesn't matter why we're going outside. Just want to go outside with the puppy. Let's see what goes on, and boom, and you're doing it. You know what I mean? And to be in the zone like that, it's so special to be a tiny part of this bond that you two have, because it's like it's formed through blood. You know what I mean? Like, you guys have been through so much shit. And
I think that's why I'm kind of laughing, is because like for me it was just like I just wanted to go outside with the dog and get a little break from all the people. Like that's why I'm laughing too, because if anything, I've made her less of a people person. Like I'm the one that's like, okay, that's enough for the day. Like you've done it, because she'll just keep going and going and going. So it is very much like our bond and our dynamic. But yeah, she being a people person, that's all her. I can't take any credit. That's her.
It's so special. Now, Sabine, you and I have talked about these two many, many times, and I don't think that you could have said anything more complimentary every single time we talk about them. Maybe speak a little bit about how magical this duo is, and not just for like you or I, but for the entire cast. Like, if you needed any sort of pick-me-up, you just go see these two. It's like, all right, I'm ready, let's go.
I'm not going to repeat the conversations we had at our dinner the last night. But yeah, I mean, I think like I've known Justine and Shaylin since was it 2025? That was your first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and first and foremost, it doesn't feel like that was your first one. I feel like we just like I remember I think we were just waiting around, and I started just like quizzing Justine at one point. I feel like I was interviewing her life story on the couch, and I learned about everything about their dynamic and their friendship and everything. And I think I was just blown away at how genuinely authentic, and I don't know if that's even the proper way to say it, but I just like golden humans inside and out, and they're just such great representatives to be out at Telemiracle as well. And for Shaylin to say it was her first time doing interviews, like, I mean, that was that whole setup in 2025 was different. And I know, because I had to backfill for you when you were done your shift the first night, I think. And like, interviewing isn't an easy thing. And I think it's not so much about talking as it is about listening. And I think, I mean, both of you were so great at the patience and actually listening and like knowing and being inquisitive and wanting to know more about people. And yeah, you guys are just, I adore you. And I think I say that to anyone I can talk about you guys with, because you are a great asset to the whole team at Telemiracle last year and this year, of course.
We adore you.
Yeah, we love working with you. The best.
Sometimes we're inappropriate. We have inappropriate jokes, but you know what? That's what makes things even more fun.
Sometimes? Come on. Like, I'll tell you, the first thing. So when we did that Blades game, I finished up here doing a show, and then I had to run over And as I walked through the back door at the Blades game, the whole crew was walking. And I just literally walked up, stepped right beside Sabine. I'm like, hey, buddy, go, hi. And we hug it out. And then see the boys and everyone's bonding. This is great. And I said to Sabine, I was like, you see Justine and Shaylin anywhere? She's like, oh, yeah, they're up top. I was like, okay. I just want to make sure because I had to run back because I had more shit I had to do here. Like, okay, I want to make sure I go up and say hi. And you're like, Sabine looked me dead in the eye and goes, you are going to love them. I was like, what do you mean? Like,
No.
the funniest human beings you will ever meet. I'm like, come on. I've met a lot of funny people. Like, no, seriously. Like, and she put you up here. And then once I got upstairs and just sat down beside you two, it was like an instant connection. And it's like, I came in here and then you guys were just up here because you're genuine. That's the thing. We're in this whole world where every single thing that you see, that you consume, that you hear is fake. And I don't mean that in like a chirpy sort of way. It's because everyone wants to be perfect. So everyone always wants to put on this, I am so good, I'm doing so good, and everything is so good. So when you have real people just being genuine, it stands out so much. And you can tell if you're looking for it, you can tell when that exists. And instantly, that's what I felt with you guys. And so you set me up perfectly for that, Sabine. And it was so nice to meet you guys and then to just be thrown in there because, like, for me personally, being out of the house, like I am undiagnosed agoraphobic in that leaving my house takes every ounce of my soul for me to just be like, just do it, just go out and do it. So when you're out at a place like a Blades game with a packed house and everyone's sort of everywhere and you're in the middle of it, you have to fight those demons and you're always in your head and you're always trying to work through stuff and you're going. And with you guys, that just disappeared so fast. And that's how I can tell when stuff is, the way we want it to be. And just for me personally, I've gotten so much better at all this stuff. Like doing a telemiracle before, like just when I said yes, I knew I was going to be like, okay, you have to do a lot of stuff to be prepared for this. And you sit there, and I think we can all agree, when you're by yourself and you just have those thoughts and you're trying to work through all of it, it can be so overwhelming. It'll beat you down and it'll throw you in the corner and do all these things. And just to have that comfort that you guys provided for someone like me who is such a head case when it comes to not being in my safe space. Like, this is my hallowed ground. I can do anything here. This place is the only place on earth where I'm so comfortable and I'm so, me, like the true me. This is it. And so the fact that we could take this and I could feel that exact same feeling at a different location was so special. And it was a big part of why it was so successful, because everyone and we talked about the mental health hurdles that we all talked about in our little sharing circles in the back, how we've all gone through stuff and we're dealing with stuff. And it was such an incredible feeling to be out of this studio and feel like I'm still in it. And I think that says a lot about, well, you guys and the whole cast, as it was such an incredible experience to be able to be so open and raw and have nobody judge you and have nobody be like, what are you talking about? You're scared of people. Have you looked around? Have you looked at your career? You're surrounded by people. It's like, yeah, I struggled for 25 years in the radio industry trying to get through this. I had to go MC events at like a sold out SaskTel Center. And that one I got through with a bottle of vodka, but that was one of the last bottle of vodkas that I drank because I realized this isn't helping. This isn't how you're supposed to do this. So just on my own little journey, you guys have been such a huge help with all of that shit. So I just want to thank you guys for that, because it's very, no one likes to talk about that shit. No one likes to really get out there and be real. And we do it all the time. And that's so different. And I always say, if you're not different in this sort of business, you're just going to be like everyone else and you get lost. So it's cool to know people are doing it the right way, and you guys are a very big part of that. So now I feel like it'd be a good time to get into some more stories from the big weekend, as Telemiracle was quite the time. Sabine, I would like to start with you, as we don't know much about the big stage and all of the craziness that went out there. I don't know how many times you got up there, Shay, but I think I was only up there about 2 or 3 times, and lots of them were just filling in, and every second of that, like, that's where I will say my weakest point was out on that stage, and that's where I'm going to try to grow and be better for next year, because it's still such a struggle for me to be in front of a live crowd like that. What was it like for you being in that whirlwind that is the big stage? Because the backstage lounge, man, that's easy. Like, well, easy for me because that's what I do. But when you're up there, it's a whole different beast, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it was, I think, my third or fourth time doing it, but I think the main thing that makes it different every single time, first of all, live TV. I know I do the news every night and it's live, but you're always going to have a little bit of a moment. Like, I think in commercial break before they're counting me in and that it's coming back to me, I'll always have a moment where I'm like, okay, what was I going to say? Like, what? Because nothing's scripted. And that's the same with Telemiracle. Like, we had ideas of what we would, we'd have the cue line of what we're going to ask if we were introducing
OAPs, those OAPs. God.
Oh yeah. For a second, I was like, what's that? Yeah, like, so I think it's just navigating, because every year the stage is different too, right? Like, where I think Shailene and Justine are nodding too, because it was like, where are we coming in from? Where are we, what do we, how do we, where do we, and at one point even Brad, like, I think had a moment where he was on one side of the stage, but then had to like run across because it was a huge stage. And I think it's just the navigation of like, not only are you live, don't mess this up, don't swear, don't 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 act like, because that's also the other thing. The audience, even the live audience, will never know that something has gone wrong, right? So like, there could be times where like you went up on stage, not anyone in particular, but you go up on stage and, oh, it wasn't my time to go up, but now I'm here, so I'm just going to stand here with the rest of the crowd. No, but I mean, that's also like, and I said this to Kyle and Alia, like, this cast was so well put together that we all just kind of gelled. So like, yeah, I think Miles stayed up when the Grey Cup came on. And he was like, I'm not leaving, I want to stay. And I was like, yeah, get in here. Like, like, it's so I think it's just, it almost feels like you're on a big playground. And I guess that's for me just because I'm used to doing live news, but a live program like Telemiracle is in itself a completely different beast. And you legit don't know what's happening in the in the trailers where you're watching the live broadcast, and they're actually doing the real work and we're just out there entertaining. So I think it was just like, there was a lot. I think the Brad one is the one that sticks out to me, because he came back like kind of huffing and puffing, and he was like, there's no way I can do that again. And then I think at one point for Shaylin too, we were like, okay, are we coming in the center of the stage? Like, where is Shaylin coming in from? And like, how is this, because it's just, again, it's just kind of getting in control of where you're going and what you're doing and what side you're supposed to be standing on, because it's such a huge stage. Like, there's a group over on the left getting ready to start talking as soon as you're done talking, but then there's also the ones that are talking after that group, and they're going to bring in the large checks, so you're not supposed to be walking in front of anyone. So I think that's the part that was like, you get nervous regardless, but like, making sure you don't look like an idiot on TV is probably the biggest one.
That's for sure. And that whole thing, like, that's where JoJo was my angel yet again, my first one, when I was up on that stage. And I told this story before about how you're not supposed to read the total out. You're supposed to let them have their moment, because that's their big total. And I'm reading it, and then I say the total, and I think I'm like crushing. I'm like, yes, this is great. And then JoJo just does a quick walk by. He's like, yo, bro, just let them read the total, right? They got the total. I was like, okay, perfect. Like, thank you, buddy. And then in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I just screwed up. This is the worst. My life's over. And then I had to remind myself an old tip I got way back in the day that's really helped me a lot in my career, which is never go back to the scene of the crime. Because like you said before, Sabine, no one notices that. You're the only one that noticed it. And then if you go back to it, then people will start to look at it. So if you just act like it didn't happen, never go back to that scene of the crime, you're good to go. So that was in my head a lot that night for sure, as I made a lot of mistakes. Shay, you and I, we had to go out there sort of together. We come from the backstage lounge, we go into the big, like, holy crap, here we go. And you were also very good for me in all of my mental issues, as you're like, no, we'll just wait for this person. I'm like, okay. And there was about 3 or 4 times where we'd be halfway out, and then you just back right back in, and we go back to the side, like, not quite yet. And it's sort of like no matter how many people we have, like the airport guys doing this one, waving us in and all that, it's still like they didn't even know half the time because it is so chaotic. And that whole live element is such an incredible thing. As we continue here, this is what the professionals call a reset, you guys. The backstage lounge segment of the Thursday edition of your show, hanging out with Shay and Justine over there, as well as Sabine, I guess, up over here. Man, these angles are hard to figure out. But yeah, you get it. They're all here. This is our Telemiracle cast, a part of a really big crew, which is very cool. And all the people that were involved with this were, again, so incredible to us. I mean, Shay, maybe talk a little bit about how everyone sort of came together as a family, because you are, and this is a little behind the scenes stuff, but you are legit one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. And I think a lot of people don't expect it. And that might add to the hilarity of who you are and how you sort of present yourself. But when you were in there, did you ever feel like it's hard to meet new people when you're in there? Or is it just like, hey, I'm used to this now because it's sort of what you do?
I mean, I think in the beginning, it is a little hard to meet new people. I never know, like, kind of their judgments of me or what
it's exactly why I'm asking. Yes.
Yeah, what they expect my abilities to be. Just the unknown. And so I think I am a little more reserved in the beginning, and then once I get more comfortable, I really I'm able to come out of my shell and be more ridiculous. But yeah, I definitely, with my chair, I've had to prove myself in lots of situations before. So I definitely get blinders on, and I'm so focused on proving that I'm capable of doing this job and all those things. And then it's like, okay, wait, you can actually enjoy this and have fun doing it also. So yeah, Telemiracle has been really helpful for me, and kind of realizing that people do see the abilities I have in this line of work, and yeah, kind of letting me take off that seriousness and bring more of my personality into it.
Now, did you ever have anybody who you sort of caught off guard with that? Because it can be pretty alarming when, you're sitting here and you meet a Shay for the first time. Like, hey, so how are you or something? And you drop a chair joke right off the bat and catch them whoa, are you allowed to say that? You ever have any of those moments during that weekend?
I can't even think if I did, for sure. I mean, one of the moments that kind of always happens is when people are kind of asking about my condition and that kind of thing. And I'm like, yeah, my life expectancy was 12 years old and I'm now 30. And so anytime people kind of hear that, they're kind of like, whoa, kind of dead girl rolling. But then it's oh, okay, she's overcome that. Gary's gone.
That was a good one. So you got me. This is the thing, is you don't expect it. And even I've said it numerous times with Cal. Cal's sort of been my entry point. I spent my whole life being a part of our friends with Cosmo and our friends at Elmwood, adults with disabilities and people that, aren't normal, like people say. And for me, it's always been normal. And so it took me a long time to realize that, wait a minute, most people aren't as comfortable around these situations as I am. And I couldn't figure out why for a long time. And then that sort of springboarded me into this life now where I feel more comfortable around real people. And that's sort of the thing for me. It's everybody is real. And if you treat everybody the same way, that's all we can do. And that's all anyone wants. So to have those sort of barriers come down in real time, Justine, I imagine you've been around a lot of those interactions. What do you do? Do you sit back here we go and just wait for her to, drop something? Because the rolling jokes, man, rolling alone, Cal, my sweet, beautiful prince, has got me all in on all the chair jokes and roll. His literal license plate on his van is "See Me Rolling." He's all about this life, has there been any moments where you're oh shit, here we go?
Yeah, I think so. I think just because I kind of never would know what I'm going to get from her, what she was explaining, versus if she's going to be more professional or if she'll let her personality out a bit more. So when she does let her personality out a bit more, it is still kind of shocking to me sometimes, because it is more new that she's getting the confidence to do that. But yeah, and sometimes it's mostly just those things where in a certain setting I have to like avoid eye contact or something because I know what she would say type of thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's if she's gonna say it or not. So there's a lot of that happens.
Oh, I love that. Sabine, you want to ask a question to our buddies here? I know you're a professional conversationalist. I'm assuming you have
Oh my God.
some stuff.
Just
I
put
don't.
me on the spot. I just came here to shoot the shit.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure, because I know you guys probably haven't been face to face to talk in a while, and I don't want to ask all the questions. I don't want to hog the time, is what I'm saying. I
Well,
feel like I've talked too much already.
No, I mean, this year, I think what felt so special, and I think we talked about this last time I chatted with you, Gary, was that it's the 50th year. We broke a record. There were so many new people. I think Shaylin and Justine and I were kind of like in this, like, there was like the legacy cast, and then there was like all the new people, and then us. And
True.
and it was kind of like, okay, I don't know where I fit, and so we're just gonna roll with it, no pun intended. And to come out with, like, first of all, it was an honor just to, and that sounds so cliche, but it was an honor to be included in the 50th, because that there were so many people on that cast this year that to be included in that was huge. But what did it feel like for you guys to be a part of like such an important telemiracle, which was the 50th, but also to hit a record number, which I think we had an idea like, yeah, we're going to kick ass this year, but I was not expecting 10.
No, me neither.
10.5.
Yeah.
10.5. But who's counting, of course?
It was crazy. I mean, this year was very different for me with like not being on the main stage as much. I didn't feel quite as like connected to the totals. Like when you're not there doing like the like reveals and the knockdowns and all those things, it was like, but it was still surreal when I would like look over and see like a bequest of like $2 million. Like it was just like, is this real? Like, especially after we had like kicked last year's record right out of the water. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really going to be something incredible. So yeah, I was like super pumped to be invited back for the 50th year because I knew they were going to be selective about like who they had, and they had a very specific vision for it. So
yeah,
I
think I definitely relate to Gary talking about his first year too. Like on my first year, I definitely had a lot of imposter syndrome, or especially because I'm not a talent, like I'm not going on the stage, I'm just kind of hanging out with her. So it does feel like the first year, especially, I felt a little bit in the way and whatever. And like that conversation on the couch with you, Sabine, like I'll remember forever, because that was like kind of the first time I really felt seen and like, oh, the people here like actually do care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then ever since, that's kind of what the experience of Telemiracle is just like really feeling seen. Like,
why did that just make me emotional? Okay, we're good.
But no, I'm getting emotional too, because it's just like rare that even this Zoom call is weird for you guys to like really see our friendship this way, because like frankly even our peers don't really see us this way. So it's just like it's new and it's like very unique to Telemiracle. So yeah.
Well, I tell everyone about your friendship, just so you know. Like anyone who listens, I'm like, okay, you don't know what friendship is. So that is why you guys are such gems. But anyways, see, Gary, you made me ask one question and now I got all emotional.
I learned.
I'm not asking anymore.
Hey, don't go back to the scene of the crime, bro. No one noticed. We're fine. We got this. And this is my final thing, because we're going long here, but this is such a special, cool thing, and I'm so thankful we're doing this, you guys. You, Sabine, taking the time to talk to Justine like that played into this year, because Justine would tell me all the time, like, dude, I got you. Like, I was just like you last year. Trust me. Like, it's all good. And she sort of guided me through that, like you guided her. And that's sort of how this all builds, is because it starts with that one kind thing and then it just pays forward. And luckily, we, all four of us, I'll even say five. Well, yeah, I'll say five of us. All about paying it forward. That's like a big, big thing in our lives, because we're so grateful that we're here. We've all been through so much shit. Hey, you shut up in the booth there. Sorry, LB's trying to be funny again. But this whole thing doesn't work unless you come in with that attitude and with that sort of goal of being like, I'm going to make sure that everybody not only knows how grateful I am for this opportunity, but how thankful I am that I can feel this and I can be myself. I can be this way in front of everyone. And not only is it okay, but it's like encouraged. And it's so rare in the world that we live in now. So I want to give a huge thank you to all three of you guys. Like this is so freaking incredible to me as we continue to move forward. I'm keep trying to keep this momentum going, and you guys are a huge part of that to make some time. So again, thank you. In a couple of weeks, I think next week we're gonna have Kyle and Leah back in here, and then the week after that we're gonna have Miles and Matt and Croker back in here, and it's sort of gonna keep rolling. So it feels like we're starting to really gain momentum, and boy, oh boy, if you want to stay front and center, this is sort of the way to do it. So thank you to you freaking angels. I love you all so much, and I'm so thankful that you're in my life, because like, and I'm sure we all have sort of this same sort of spot in our lives where, you know, like for me, it was, I always talk about the big three. Like you lose your job, you lose your family, lose the house. And then it's like, what do? And you hit rock bottom and you say, okay, we've been here before. I obviously don't have any respect for myself. So how do I get myself over this hump and get myself back on track? And it's all about doing it for others. So my whole goal with this place was to give back to all the people that picked me up and dusted me off many times. I made all the mistakes a stupid guy could make. And to go from that to this moment is so freaking special, just on a personal level. So I really want to thank you guys, because there's a lot of ways things can go. And if you're not doing things the right way, it can get worse real quick and things can snowball. So you guys, angels in human form, man, I'm really telling you, thank you a million times. And I'm going to keep bugging you guys. Like I tell all three of you guys, I'm bugging you all the time. Like, don't think I'm ever expecting anything back. I just want you guys to know that I'm always here for you, because you guys are very special and the world needs more of you. So thank you.
Also, I don't respond to text right away. So
and I don't care. I hate.
And I just respond to your next text.
I hate texting. This is the thing. That's what I mean by it's special, because I hate my phone. I hate texting. Like this thing's been going nonstop and I don't want it. But I do want the people that I truly love and appreciate to know that. Like I don't need any responses. I just want you guys to know how important you are. Because without you guys, none of this stuff gets done. And I feel like we're doing really good work here, and I don't ever want it to slow down. So that's all it is. I just want you to know that you're appreciated, and keep doing all these good things that you're doing. And I will keep bugging you, and we'll get you on again as soon as possible, because these are special times. And again, the telemerical magic that goes on. I even got my, what's that thing called? Lanyard? Is that right? I got my lanyard back there. Look at that. And we all have our sort of little things. So this is very cool. Keep doing all the great work you're doing, and we'll get you on again very soon. Thank you guys so much again as we continue to move forward. You're great. I could ramble on, but I'm going to stop it now. Thank you. You guys are awesome. We will talk again very soon. Thank you guys. You take care.
Thanks for all you do, Gary.
Oh.
Love you guys.
Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. You can always tell how good a conversation is going if you don't have the audio on and just see all the smiling. Like as I'm watching that, so much smiles, okay? So much love right there. It's so good. Thank you again. Those three angels in human form. So grateful as we continue here. The Thursday edition of your show. It is time for me to remind you. If you want to reach out to us, it's very easy to do. We got a website right there, dufferinave.com. Our buddy Royal Anders made it. He is a British royal gentleman, therefore it's a British royal gentlemanly website. Very easy to maneuver. Also, got to tell you about the email, all right? You got a business doing a lot of good. You just need some more eyes and ears. If you are a good person, doing good, fundraisers, okay, charity events, something that needs a little more oomph, we are here for you. We are very rare in this sort of environment, so full of corporations taking everything, flipping you upside down, taking every penny out of your pocket. We're the opposite of that. We say, how much do you got and what do you want to do with it? As long as you're a good person, this is what I'm saying. If it's coming from a good place, we will support you, because that is what we're all about. This movement never stops of just doing good. If you can get behind that idea, please reach out to us, okay? It's very easy to do. Got to test this, make sure it's working. Miss Rihanna, let me know if this is going. Is this auto-tune working? You put the thumb up before I even hit it, girl. You're very confident. I like that. All right. Just send an email to 1, 2, 3, 4. contact@dufferinave.com. That is the email. This is the theme song. Hold on. Oh, I hit the wrong one again. Dang it. Hold on. We got this. There we go. Smooth as silk, Miss Rihanna. Smooth as silk. When you send us an email, we'd love to help you out and keep doing good, okay? One more to get to here, and it is time sensitive as we are going over time, as we have our rider outsider, the host. I guess I'm going to say all this when I introduce him. So let's go into the final tape. Let's see who it is. Mr. Ave, take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for our Blue Bomber outsider, the biggest Bomber fan in the history of the CFL. I don't know why he's wearing the colors that he's wearing. Okay, just jokes. I take it back. Rider outsider, the host of the 13th Melon, getting ready to come on back. Better than ever for season 2. His name is LB, head engineer, operations manager. He loves that one.
I hate that title. I hate it.
Most importantly, diehard Rider fan. And not only that, he is such a fan. He was at camp because camp is going on right here in Saskatoon, buddy.
Griffith Stadium.
So exciting. And
it is fun.
You are out there. Now, a lot of people?
Not as many as last year.
Okay. Well, it's still a little cool.
It's a little, but you know what? I actually really liked it. It was the perfect temperature.
He loves cold.
It was, the sun wasn't like beating down and burning my legs and
sweating through everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So I was happy. And I'm sure the players were liking it too, because
you're not overheating.
You're not overheating. And,
absolutely.
But,
so you're in there, camp. Was this day 1 or did they start yesterday?
This is day 2 of camp.
Okay. So day 2 has begun. And if you're not familiar with training camp, it's all about showing off what you got and trying to make the team. Last year, dare I say, you were almost an insider with the info you brought in. All the guys that you said stood out at camp at some point during that season, front and center. They were stepping up. And maybe he's got a scouting future. The fact you could see it, though. Has anyone stood out for you yet as far as camp goes?
Yes.
Get those notes ready. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got to be careful.
Okay.
This is like an insider move. You can't be doing too much.
Obviously, as we've talked about, Darrell Henderson of the Rams. Super Bowl, what was it, 50 or 50 something? He's in the 50s.
I don't know about the numbers, but I can tell you that he is a guy that we as in a lot of fantasy football players, drafted because he was the starting running back for a while. This guy was a big deal, and he was putting up tutties, man. This guy's good.
Yeah, so he's been at training camp.
How did he look?
I mean, I wasn't watching the running backs a whole lot.
Okay.
My focus was mostly on the quarterbacks.
Oh, who's there this year? Who are we looking at?
Okay, so we've got hold on.
Was Trevor Harris there?
Trevor Harris is there for rookie camp.
Why would he be at rookie camp? I like that. Is that optional for him, or
I think probably. I mean, it makes sense. He probably wants to see who he's going to be working with.
Grey Cup champ.
You know what I mean? And like I think everybody is kind of on the same page that he's on the way out. Like he's he's getting older.
It's his swan song.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So we got Jordan McLeod.
Never heard of him.
I could pull up the
no, it's all good. We don't need too much
stats and where they're from, but
it's all good.
Braden Shager,
I
think that's how you say it.
Yep.
Jake Farrell, who is the quarterback for the Huskies. That's like the program. Yeah. That's the program that
they're connected with the Huskies, right? Like
but there's there's a program where they like an exchange sort of program where like certain Husky players just automatically get an invite to camp.
Satandaby did.
Yeah, exactly. Which that's a whole other thing.
I know. Flats was telling me about that. I can't believe what's going on there.
Jack Cohn and Tommy Stevens.
I remember those two. Tugboat. Man, how close were you to Tugboat? Were you breathing his oxygen at all?
I was not.
Oh, man.
But you know what?
That's our guy.
One thing I was like, I like listening to sports media and reading sports media about the Riders and whatnot. They're like, I don't think Tommy Stevens will ever be a quarterback like other than short yardage. I'm like, I'm fine with that at this point, but like if he needs to throw some passes, he can throw some passes.
How many times do you say during the 13th Melon, let him throw one, man? Fake that sneak and let him throw one.
And honestly, you've spent a year building up the perfect fake. Literally nobody's going to expect it.
And not only that, the security you feel when you know a short yardage play needs to be done. And he's like, what was he? 99%, I think. There was one, one of the misses he did was on a second down, so it didn't even cost him a turnover, which is so crazy.
on third down conversions, his percentage is insanely high, and not just getting like over by an inch or two, like yards sometimes.
He's a beast, man. I love that dude.
So yeah, Jack Cohn is kind of like the one they've pinpointed at this point going into this season as their backup, number 2. He's been with the Riders for 3 years now, working with Trevor Harris and whatnot. So, I mean, it was actually really interesting when I first got there. he and Trevor Harris were throwing on the side, just the two of them just throwing back and forth.
Sweet.
And it was very subtle, but just the slight difference between their throws. And like Trevor Harris, when he would throw to Jack Cohn, hardly had to move to catch it, Jack Cohn. And it wasn't a lot. I'm like talking like, oh, he just had to like move over just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just ever so slightly. But I was like, that just right there shows you the
Everything
difference,
you need,
know? But of the other quarterbacks, Braden Shager looked like he was
zip on the old pigskin.
Yeah, and just some good throws. Good, like there was a couple ones when they were doing like one-on-ones and little like scrimmage sort of plays, which I was like, oh, that was good, into coverage.
Well,
and
it stood out. Those little things that stand out, that's what you're looking for.
And then the other thing is Jordan McLeod. There was 2 interceptions when they were doing 1v1s by the same DB, Garnett Hollis Jr.
Here we go. Remember that name.
And I think I didn't catch it on the first one, but on the second one, it was definitely Jordan McLeod. And I think he was the QB that threw both of those interceptions. I
don't remember that name. Yeah.
I was looking for the DB that made the interception, so I didn't quite catch the quarterback, but I think that's who it was.
There you go.
So yeah. Then on 1v1s for the D-line and the linebackers, because of course that was the other thing I was trying to watch. And I mean, it's rookie camp. They're not wearing pads, especially on the line. It's really hard to tell, right?
You can still see
some. And like it seemed like the D-line and linebackers were consistently getting past the O-line. So
there's a little bit of a favoring towards the D-line right
which
now.
Is good because we lost a lot of our defensive players.
Yes, you did.
So yeah, we'll see how that plays out. But again, when you throw the pads on, it's way different.
Always.
So, yeah.
That's it. And we live in a world now where, again, they don't like. It's not the old days where you play your hardest in practice.
Nope.
So when you go to the game, it's not that bad. It's totally different now, and you have to, don't kill each other, which is so strange for me to think about as an old guy. So that's interesting. Anything else pop up here we need to know before we let you go here?
They were testing the 35-second play clock.
How'd that look?
They were running it, and now keep in mind the refs aren't spotting the ball; it's just them spotting it.
Yeah.
But like, it looked okay. Like I didn't have any.
I think that's what you're looking
complaints.
for, right? Like nothing stood out. It didn't alter anything, and that's sort of what you want because you don't want it to be something that you notice.
I'm like again. I want to see it in practice before I make a decision on it, obviously. But from seeing it in this situation, it looked all right. Like they were consistently getting the snap off with lots of time. So we'll see once we get the refs in there how long they take to spot the ball properly. And
that's it.
Yeah,
this is great. This guy right here. Anything else before I let you go?
Daniel Weeb, Huskies. Yes. Huskies receiver. He won one of the awards. One of the
best in the country.
It wasn't best in the country. I think it was Western Canada, but I can't remember for sure. Anyway, he won a bunch of the awards. Was really good with the Huskies. He was at training camp last year with Seth Hundeby. He's at training camp this year, and there was one catch in particular when they were doing one-on-ones. It was like very Odell Beckham style, like over a diving backwards catch, and it got some cheers from the people. So
love it.
Yeah,
I love seeing those guys, man, taking that next step. So that's very, very good. 13th Melon. That is the show. The Rider fan watch party.
The Whiner watch party.
Yeah, well, sometimes it's that too, for sure. But if they're losing, that's exactly what it is. He is your host, along with Grandpa Tom. Our frickin' dude, I love how is he pumped? He must be getting really pumped.
I think so. We haven't talked a lot about the Riders lately.
I guess there hasn't been much to talk about.
It hasn't really been.
Either way, we're going to get back into it here soon. Very pumped for that. So it's all week?
Training camps today. It will be wrapped up by now. Tomorrow, and then main camp starts Sunday.
Perfect. And he will be there.
Preseason game in Saskatoon is on the 23rd. I believe it's probably sold out by now. Last I looked, there was standing room only.
Crazy. So pumped for that. His name is LB. We love him so much. Thank you, buddy, for giving us a couple minutes and letting us know all the things going on with the Riders. And we will check in again with you whenever you get in here because you're always out there doing the legwork for us so we can sound a little smarter when it comes to our beloved Riders. You're welcome. What a finish. What a day. What a great show. Miss Rihanna, let's go ahead and wake up Frankie and make our way out of here today. Going to bring all the thank yous. A big thank you to our buddy Rihanna. incredible massage earlier today that set the tone for the rest of the day as we made it through. And so good at what she does. SUGI Body, Sugary Body. Check it out. Go get booked in, and she will take care of all your aches and pains as well. Miss Rihanna, huge thank you to Miss Rihanna, her third solo show. And not only did she crush it, we even did a reset on a pre-tape that I screwed up on, and she fixed it. So huge, huge props to you, dude. That was a very, very well done job right there. The Telemiracle family, man. To Kyle and Aaliyah. They weren't here today, but they were watching and they were sending messages. And it's always so cool to get feedback as we're going on during the show. And two of the best human beings on earth, man. Shout out to them big time. Shaylin and Justine, my backstage lounge cohorts, if you will. Another incredible performance. And them a message saying, you're too good at this. You should be on every day. They really should. Sabine, you obviously know, best in the biz at what she does. Probably reading the news right about now, actually. So a shout out to her for joining us and bringing what she does. Like, I'm telling you, there's nothing fake about those conversations. They're so raw because we've formed this bond that will never go away. It's a beautiful thing. As when you do that much good together, you're stuck for life, whether you like it or not. See, Marge gets excited too. I get you, girl. Hey, we're almost done. Don't get too crazy on me now. As well, our boy LB in there doing his thing as riders, man. A couple weeks away and we're doing a show. It's going to be crazy. We're going to have a dang game here in Saskatoon, a rider game. So cool. He'll keep us updated on all of that. And to our buddy Carly from Next Level Painting, doing her thing like she always does, joins us with all these tips to help us make our way through the contractor world. So a big, big thank you to you. Looks like everyone's starting to roll in now. Thank goodness we started Frankie's Fingers, or else this would have just been so. Oh, look at this. The most beautiful. The handsomest man to ever walk this earth just looked at me and I got chills. So we got something cool going on tonight. We're recording something. Can't tell you anything about it right now, but it's going to be huge down the line. So that will be going. We'll be back tomorrow for the Friday Fun Table and so much more. Until then, keep doing those good things. All right, I promise you, they are working. Have a great night. We love you so much. Tell them, Marge. That's the one.